The rookie NFL class is finalized. They are all with their new teams. Unless you're Isaiah Bond, you're not anywhere yet.
Yes.
Well, he's in.
I want to
prison.
rank the rookie running backs. How we think they stack up
Just
going
keep
into this
running,
next
running,
season.
running,
What are you doing,
I
Mike?
want to get.
He's like over here just double.
He just like mumbles things into the microphone.
Running.
Go ahead, Mike.
Well, all right. So shout out the Black Eyed Peas because they were running, and so are these guys. They're gonna be running. Starting with number 1 on the list, we're gonna go with the guy named Mr. Ashton Genty. Mr. Ashton Genty, you know, I think he's gonna be doing real well in this offensive system on the Raiders. I think he has.
Are we just gonna let him go? Just
I was saying,
hijack
if
the
anyone
episode?
will know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we
that'd be
didn't
great.
introduce how many or what we're talking about. Or
Oh,
I want to
Prison.
rank the rookie running backs. How we think they stack up
Just
going
keep
into this
running,
next
running.
season.
All right, well, we're talking about the best rookie running backs coming into the NFL, the league, if you will.
We'll give 7. We're all gonna give our top 7. We'll let Mike go ahead and start it off. Ashton Genty at the 1. They're playing for the Raiders.
Yeah, playing for the Raiders.
Nice.
And yeah, I think he's going to fit well. I think he also just has the natural ability to run over MFers. And, you
can
know,
say
that'll
it.
be pretty fun to watch. Next, kind of you know, shot in the dark, if you will. Shot with blindfolds on. Kind of love this. Cam Scattaboo. You know, I saw
Wow.
I saw Cam Scattaboo tear up that Texas defense. You know,
That's how you like it.
nope, don't like watching that at all. But here's the thing. I think he has a
Running back 3 on the Giants.
well, again, hold on. It's similar to how, like, you know, Quinn Ewers is quarterback 3, but he's gonna end up starting. It's the same
For
idea
what?
here.
How does it always go back to Texas? It's like absurd.
Every episode.
That wasn't even like remote. You could have.
No, it's the same. It's the same situation.
I mean,
Quinn Ewers is going to be QB 1 by
his
the end of
Cam
the year.
Scattaboo is going to be running
his
back 1
reason
by
for
the end
Cam
of the year.
Scatterbo was because he saw them run over Texas. So like everything he says, it revolves around Texas.
But Quinn
somehow.
Ewers will be the starting quarterback for the Dolphins.
At some point.
I'll bet you $1 billion he doesn't start a game this year.
I don't know. It's kind of value. Tua might.
I mean, $1 billion, yeah.
$1 billion. If you lose, you pay me $1
Yeah,
billion.
you owe him money for the rest of your life.
shit.
You're a slave to him.
Well, where am I
All
on?
right, just go ahead.
All right.
What am I?
What are my odds? What does that even mean? It's a straight bet. Okay, go
All
ahead.
right, next. So I think Scaboo will do well. Next, we have Omarion Hampton going into New England. You know, I think New England, real gritty, runny. You know,
Are
Drake.
we gonna let him do this?
Yeah.
Who is he playing? I mean,
Yes.
he didn't. First off, he didn't even know.
Marion Hampton does not play for the Patriots.
I mean, it's crazy.
No, just let him go.
Dude, are we just gonna let him just like ruin
Hijack the
just
show
ruin the episode?
and not talk about any teams or players.
he
on
plays
their
on the
teams.
Chargers, Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. All right. That's bad. Well, I apologize for that. I do think he will do well, though. I think Omarion Hampton is just
No
naturally.
matter where he
Well, yeah,
goes.
no matter, it didn't matter where he went.
Wherever he ends up
That
this
was the
year.
point of him saying that because it didn't matter where it went.
Yeah.
He's gonna do
Well,
well.
Wherever he
You
ends
know.
up this year.
He was actually testing us.
No,
Yeah,
that,
making
was,
sure we're still sharp.
that was stupid.
All right, number 4.
Number 4, Jaden Blue. Gotta go with my guy. I think he's
This
explosive.
list is
I
absurd.
think, you know, he
Don't
just
hate that.
yeah,
On
Number 4.
on Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboys, there we
Yep,
go.
Yep. Number 5, we're gonna go with Caleb Johnson. Shout out the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, real Iowa State guy right there.
Iowa.
Nope.
Iowa,
Just Iowa.
you know,
Right.
what's the difference? They're,
Massive.
they're both in middle of nowhere.
Same state, yeah.
Yeah, middle of nowhere. So, you know, I think Pittsburgh are real gritty. You know, Warren's not going to hold out for too long.
That's the funny one.
How are we just? I mean,
Yeah,
this
keep going,
is
keep
toasted the episode.
Just keep
I mean,
going.
No, we're still going. And then number 6, we got Ryan's guy, Quinshawn Judkins.
Oh, yeah, my guy.
Over at Cleveland. You know,
Nice.
Cleveland's got a lot of work to do. They're going to need to get yards wherever they can, and Quinshawn's going to be that
I love
guy.
the generic statements for everybody.
Said
Nothing
one.
specific. Just I think he can, you know, he can produce. They need yards, so I'm going there.
Yep. And lastly, but not leastly, shout out the Trojans. Shout out Woody Marks.
I love that.
I think,
He's
you
in my
know,
honorable mention.
well, okay, well, he's my number 7.
What team,
so
Mike?
the Texans.
Nice.
And I think, the Texans got a lot of stuff going on the offense. They're going to need some.
Another just generic. They've got a lot of stuff going on that offense. They're going to need something. No, Mario, please, can you clean up this mess we just saw with Mike? There's a 7.
Or dirty it up.
I'll dirty it up. Sure.
Dirty it up.
Yeah, number 1, I've got the same person as Mike. I have Ashton Genty just because, Heisman finalist. To me, he's just special. I think no matter what team he was going to go, he's just going to produce. So, got him 1, highest ceiling in my opinion. Number 2, little mix up here, but I'm going to go Trevion Henderson, who plays on the Patriots.
Bang.
I just like they revamped their offensive line. I think Drake May takes a step forward. I like that he's a dual threat running back. Doesn't fumble. I just think, I don't know, something about him seems a little bit more explosive than Marion Hampton. But Hampton I got at 3. He's the big back, the power back. But
he looks massive.
Yeah, he's giant. And the Chargers obviously love to run the ball. So, run heavy, just like grind you down team.
Yep.
He's going to get a lot of touches, so I had to put him in the top 3. Number 4, same as Mike, I think. You had Caleb Johnson.
Jaden Blue was my 4.
Oh, yeah.
Caleb Johnson was my 5.
Same as Mike.
Okay. Almost same as Mike.
Caleb was my 5.
I got Caleb Johnson at 4. He's similar. He reminds me of Marion Hampton. I think he just has a little bit more top end speed. But you saw the way they utilize Najee. I think Caleb Johnson can produce pretty similarly.
Same person.
And he's just younger.
Yeah.
That's just kind of what you need at the position. Just the young legs.
Yep.
I'm gonna mix it up here though. No, okay. Same as Mike. I got Jaden Blue next at 5. I've been high on him since pre-draft, draft, post-draft. The Cowboys don't have anyone. They need someone.
Rico. He does have 2 running backs ahead of him on that depth chart, but
Rico Dowdle's not turning any heads really.
And Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders both just signed.
Yeah, and Miles Sanders irrelevant, and Javonte Williams. If
I don't disagree. I'm just saying he's not.
Yeah,
slated.
and also all those guys are terrible in the pass game outside of Rico Dowdle, but I just think Jaden Blue is just better. And the Cowboys, especially when Dak's healthy, he loves to throw 55 pass attempts per game. I think 15 of those will be to running back checkdowns. So I like Jaden Blue. I think he has a lot of upside. I'm going to go Ollie Gordon here on Miami.
Wow.
I know they have Devon Achane, but he's their speed back, their scat back. He can run routes.
They do like playing multiple.
Yeah, they love playing multiple running backs. They had Mostert, who was like their power back, who also had a lot of speed. I just think Ollie Gordon just steps in and replaces him. Mostert, old. Don't think he really has much time left. And then to finish it off, I couldn't leave out Quinshon Judkins. I think Samson and him kind of steal each other's touches, so we'll kind of see how that plays out. I also don't think the Browns O-line is the best, but it's solid. All they do is run the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't like their passing attack, so it's just they're going to get stacked in the box, and yeah, we'll see how that turns out. So
fair enough. Ryan, your running back rankings. Give me the top 7.
Sharp. Clean wash. Genty first by a mile. I think he'll be fine.
Yep.
I think it's also situationally, I think it's perfect. Raiders are going to abuse it, and their offense. Gino will find a way to get that offense.
Antonio
moving.
Pierce is gonna.
Yeah, they'll be fine. O'Marion Hampton at my 2. I think the Chargers just have a ton of offense and they're obsessed with running the ball and they never have a running back that stays healthy. So I love that. 3, I had Quinshon Judkins only because I think Nick Chubb is just gone in my opinion.
well, they released him, so yeah.
No, 100%.
That was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they still could sign him, but yeah, he's gone. So I think Quinshon Judkins taking over that role. So he's the only running back. There's
Just Jerome Ford.
Yeah, Jerome Ford. I just think you need a big guy like that. My number 4 is Trayvon Henderson. Again, pass catching back. They do a lot of screens to running backs anyways, so I think he'll do great. 5 was RJ Harvey. I love him at a UCF. I think the Broncos they haven't had a running back in so long. They have an offense that's kind of going right now. They have a good offensive line. I think he'll do well. Caleb Johnson, Steelers. I don't think he has a crazy ceiling because the way the Steelers play football, they never have the best. Najee just gets the job done or Warren gets the job done. But I think he'll be good enough to step up and do something, hopefully. My next one was Ollie Gordon also for Miami. I think getting rid of Mostert, I think, really opens up.
Yeah.
They love to use multiple running backs, even if it's mostly A-Chain. He'll definitely get some goal line carries. For sure. Then honorable mention, threw in Cam Scatterbo just because what he did in the playoffs. It's pretty impressive he could do it at that level. He should be able to do it in the NFL. Then the one was Brayshawn Tootin for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He went in the combine, he jumped out of his mind and ran out of his mind. So I like
Yeah. my top 7. So the first 2 are chalk, Ashton and Amarian. Obviously, they're the first round running backs. They're the ones that jump off the page, the freak athletes, both in really good spots to run the ball a shitload. Harbaugh loves running the ball, and he finally has a back that can do it. But my 3 actually has upside to be running back 1 this year, and it is Caleb Johnson. And I'll tell you why. Here's the caveat. Aaron Rodgers, if he becomes the quarterback of the Steelers, Caleb Johnson legitimately can be the RB1 in fantasy for rookies for this next season. The Aaron Rodgers running backs, as long as he's not playing miserably, and even when he is playing miserably, running backs are still really good, but are historically really, really, really good. And I think Jaylen Warren is still going to play a good third down and alt back scenario, but Caleb Johnson's going to get a lot of carries.
For sure, yeah.
And if Aaron Rodgers is playing with DK Metcalf and George Pickens out there, Freiermuth at tight end, they're going to be much more worried about the pass. This is like running back heaven right now, especially with the offensive line beefed up and a defense that's going to, control the time of possession really well. So I love Caleb Johnson for this year, really high on him, but have him right below Ashton Jeanty and Amarion. Number 3 is Travion, Drake Mays. Number 4, Travion. Yep. Drake Mays, RB1. Yeah. I agree with Mario. I think he's taking a huge step forward this year. And I'm going to get to the wide receiver aspect. We're going to do a whole nother episode on the wide receivers. But Vrabel's going to run the ball a bunch. And I think Travion's going to catch a lot of passes too. So especially if we're talking fantasy, PPR aspect, Travion would slide up a little bit. Quinshawn at 5. He can probably take the RB1 role from Jerome Ford. I would not overhype Quinshawn though, just because I think I'm much higher on Jerome Ford than you are. When Jerome Ford's healthy and plays, he's a really, really good running back, and they like him a lot. They ran the ball a lot. I know they selected Quinshawn really early, so it's like they'll probably give him plenty of opportunities. But I would not discount the fact that Jerome Ford probably is at least
some touches,
RB1 or split as long as they're both healthy for the entire season, because that's kind of what they've been leaning towards in past years. 6 is RJ Harvey, Denver. Jaleel McLaughlin's ahead of him on the depth chart, but I think there's a world where he can start splitting carries. Once you get down to these 6-7 numbers, you're really not talking starting running backs here. Yeah. RJ Harvey's not going to start the year, but he could, towards the end of the season, pick up a bit. And I have Jaden Blue 7. I mean, they already covered why he has good upside. Yeah. If you're the starting running back at all for Dallas, you're going to be putting up good numbers. I do think, however, Javonte Williams ahead of him is significant. I don't think Jaden Blue just walks in on day one being what round was he drafted in?
3rd, 4th.
Jaden Blue, I think it was like 4th round or something. I don't think they take a 4th round running back day one, throw him in over Javonte Williams, who's been a Pro Bowler multiple years. But if he somehow takes a starting role, I think he can take off. So, but yeah, there you have it.
That's sharp.
Top 7 across the board. Mm-hmm. I think these rookies are going to be pretty interesting to draft this year. Where do you draft Ashton Jeanty?
Like
in fantasy?
10.
Really?
He's gonna
late first round.
Yeah. Literally.
What do you have him for RBs? If you were to talk running back rankings overall, since we all have him at our number 1 consensus.
6.
5.
RB6?
6. Yeah.
What do you have, Mario?
Probably around the 6-7 mark, I'm assuming.
I have him at like 3.
Yeah.
And it's probably way too high. But I have like 3 or 4 for sure. 4 would probably be like the downside end. I feel like he's a better Bijan.
Really?
And a better fit to run the ball. I mean, Bijan's great.
I'd probably draft Bijan over Jeanty.
Yeah.
Oh, me too. I'm talking like rookie for rookies. Like when Bijan was a rookie, I think he has a better upside that season for rookie level production than Bijan did. And Bijan crushed.
Bijan got Arthur Smith his rookie year. But,
Caleb Johnson's about to get a good dose of Arthur Smith.
Shout out Arthur Smith.
Shout out Arthur Smith. But
honorable mention Devin Neal, by the way, New Orleans.
Oh yeah, gotta love it. Devin
Sleeper.
Neal.
I'm just throwing that.
Who are the 2 ahead of him? Is Kendra still there?
I mean, Kendrick Miller's horrible.
I love Kendrick Miller.
I mean, realistically, probably like Taysom Hill would be over.
Oh,
him.
he's a good running back.
But he's like tight end, like goal line back.
And then just if Kamara's healthy.
Kamara.
Yeah.
But Kamara's,
her
eighth season now, so he's kind of
every year.
down.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, all right. Let us know what you think in the comments about our rankings. Who's do you line up with the most, and who are you most excited to draft in your fantasy drafts? Like, if you're drafting Dynasty, I know a lot of people are doing those right around now.
Yeah.
Where are you taking these guys? Let us know. Stay tuned for the next one. Wide receivers in the next episode.